Brian's question. La Puma's back. Hulkamania 1980. Have any of your matches ever turned into a shoot? You don't have to say which one, but if any, how did you handle that situation?
I mean, the age-old thing is like you get stiff, just stiff them right back, and that's the end of it, right? I mean,
I agree.
And I think that's like, I don't want to speak for Matt, but I don't think we have anything in our careers where it like got too crazy.
I don't think so. There's one time where I slapped Mojo right in the back of the head. I'm trying to find the video of it now.
Really?
Oh, and he's hitting you, and then you hit him right back, right?
It was a 6-man tag. We were on opposite teams. He snap married me and said, "Stay." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then like hit the ropes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, what's coming? You know? And just chopped me in the back. So I got up and I slapped him right in the face. I gotta find this video.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And then I go back selling.
Right. Then like goes back to pretend. Yeah. God, you can just tell this is so stupid already. Man, he went down like a little bitch, too.
Damn.
Bro, I hate chops, but you're going to slap someone in the back and not tell them? Fuck that.
Bro,
Yeah,
I feel a back chop is a clear thing. You clear it with the guy.
100%.
You don't clear a chest chop. You just do it. But a back chop?
A chest chop, it sucks, but you know it's coming. All right, it's coming. I got to find this thing. Keep talking. I got to find it.
So I have a very similar story. The only time that I ever snapped was a back chop at a WrestlePro fucking Royal Rumble when Sean Donovan came out and we were both heels. And you know you're supposed to come out, you get some sort of something. He goes straight to me, I'm not even looking, and just back chops me in a Royal Rumble.
That's weird.
And I was so fucking mad that I tried to eliminate him.
Oh my God.
I got him over the ropes and he's selling, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to fucking eliminate this guy. And I think he realized it, so he held on for dear life. Guys, I got to show you this. I think. Okay. I'm sorry. I got to interrupt. I found that Rumble.
Yeah.
Really?
I got to show it to you. Hold on a second here.
The shoot elimination one?
The shoot elimination. I'll even.
I'll show you. I'm going to shoot eliminate you.
Man.
Hold on a second. Here we go. All right. You can see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I'm in the corner here. Right. Here's Sean Donovan. Kicking me.
Oh, look, stop in a mud hole in your ass.
Yeah,
okay, kicking me. I'm smelling. Man. Here he goes.
Oh! Mark, to be fair, you kind of like cowered or gave him your back.
Well, I'm just selling. I was trying to do a wide sell, you know?
When do you get mad? You're not doing anything.
Okay, watch. Okay, so I'm stewing. This is me stewing. I'm just mad. I'm just getting more mad. I'm looking at him. I'm like, what do I do?
I'm gonna shoot eliminate you.
Oh my God, you're really processing this, huh?
Yeah, here we go. Now.
Wow, you were waiting. Oh my God.
That is legit anger, guys.
Oh my God.
Mark finally shows some fucking fire.
God.
Where's the shoot elimination?
Well, that's later, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my
Mark.
God. I never seen you that riled up.
You look like fucking Austin right there.
Yeah.
Justin from Long Island, New York. I recently learned from a friend of mine who is a wrestler what the definition of a receipt is in wrestling. And I recall you talking about that term with something involving Chris Jericho and Shane McMahon, although I don't remember the context. My question is, what would you say was the best receipt given in wrestling? So what he means by a receipt is, I mean, I guess your friend already told you, but basically what he means is, you know, if someone takes liberties with another wrestler in a match, or not even liberties, let's say, for example, they tag him with a stiff shot. You know, maybe they didn't mean to do it. Maybe they did. That person may be due for a receipt at some point. I liken it to a pitcher in baseball drilling the opposing batter with the ball, and the other team thinks it was intentional. You can best believe there's going to be a receipt. It might not be that day, It might not be the next day. It might not even be until next season. But you know it's coming at some point. The Jericho thing was at Survivor Series one year. Shane kept tagging him in the face. And finally, Jericho, he just booted him down. He went to the top rope. He came off. He kicked him right in the face. And then he yelled at him to calm the fuck down. Sometimes that's the only way to get your message across. Right? There was no reason for Shane, who at that point had more than enough matches under his belt, to still be throwing those awful punches and hurting people.
So we get in the ring together, me and Shane, and we go to lock up, and he punches me in the face. So then I go to lock up, he punches me in the face a second time. Hits me again in the face. I roll to the floor. I'm pissed off. I slam the mat. I flip the fucking desk thing over. You know, there's a little like edge piece. I get back in. He punches me in the face again. I'm like, all right, throw me in the corner. Watch the boot. Watch the drop kick. He comes to the corner. I kick him right in his face. I jump in the second rope, and dude, I jumped up and gave him like a Jean-Claude Van Damme double kick, pushing out and standing right in his face. Boom, he goes down. And I'm looking at him, and you can tell he's dazed a bit. And he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Calm the fuck down."
But I mean, there's been some famous ones. The Royal Rumble triple threat where Braun Strowman got a little too excited in there, and he kneed Brock Lesnar in the head. Of all the people to knee in the head, Brock came back and clubbed him with a right hand shot right to the side of the head.
I've always been so curious about the moment that happened in the ring between you and Brock Lesnar. He gives you some receipts. What's the actual story of what happens here?
I got a little overzealous with him, and he had to check me. And that's just, at the end of the day, it's two big, dominant dudes out there going at it, and things happen. This ain't ballet.
Did you hit him by accident?
Yeah, I stiffed him on accident with a knee, and he wasn't happy with it, so he clobbered me on the side of the head. And I like to think I'm the only human on earth that's ever taken a right hand from Brock and didn't go night-night. I went 20 more minutes in the match.
Did it hurt?
It didn't feel good. I mean, you can see the slow motion. My skull moves, and then the skin catches up.
Stevie Richards. That brutal chair shot to the head with JBL, that was a receipt for what JBL did to the Blue Meanie at One Night Stand.
In a way, I know it lives in urban legend, and it's some kind of myth that people talk about, because obviously the story of it is obviously, wow, Bradshaw did this thing, and then the karma came back, or the receipt, or Stevie was defending Meanie. Which, by the way, at the time, if I could have interpreted even what was happening at the time at One Night Stand, Al Snow was already kind of heading that direction. We would have got John away from Meanie before anything even happened. But who's done? It's a work sense. So when you're in a work situation and it turns into a shoot, there's a little bit of a shock involved. Like, what's you almost can't believe it's happening. So with the chair shot, I'll just preface it with this. I take no pride in ever or solace or satisfaction in ever hurting anybody. It's not what we do. And even if it's what one of us do, and John has a reputation for being rough with people in the ring, he's been rough with me plenty of times, it's still not an excuse for any kind of unprofessional behavior to hurt anybody and do that level of damage. So, and he was super cool, and he goes, no, just lay it in. It's cool. I'll be fine. I'll lean into it or whatever. And that's what happened.
But the one that stands out to me, and it's probably my favorite, was Vader and Ken Shamrock. Now, Shamrock denies that this was a receipt, although I think he later said that it could have been. He just didn't think it was. Vader never said anything to him about it, when they got to the back. But Shamrock's first match in the WWF was against Vader. And Shamrock had done pro wrestling before. He was actually a wrestler before he ever fought in the UFC. And I've told that story about, in his early days, how he almost got killed by the Nasty Boys. But he was a fighter, and, he could lay his shots in, certainly. So could Vader, which is why it's pretty precious that Vader had to tell him during their match to ease up. I mean, imagine Vader, of all people, telling someone not to be so stiff. But Shamrock didn't hear him, and so later in the match, he tagged Vader in the face with a knee that almost broke his nose. Vader gets up, and he absolutely blasts this man in the ear with a forearm shot that spun him around.
Shamrock broke my nose, right? With the first match with Shamrock, and he was green and he was trying to do his best. And
I had that on here. I was going to ask you about that.
You know, and instead of kicking me here in the cheek, you know, he leading my cheek in. He was turning my nose. He was reverting back to the shoot, and he stuck his knee right in my nose, and it virtually broke my nose in half.
That whole match was a very stiff match. That whole match.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, and the nose thing was okay. Kenny's a good friend of mine. I got a lot of respect for him, and he was trying to get over, and he was green. He wasn't trying to hurt me, but you know, he was just green, you know, for our style. And when he turned it on, he reverted back to his old style.
I could still hear the sound that it made, so that's probably my favorite.
If you're new here, be sure to hit subscribe. If you liked the video, please make sure to leave a like and a comment below and tell us your thoughts. If you wanted to help out the channel as well, we also have memberships available, and you can check out our Twitch links in the description box below, as well as join our Discord. That's all we have for you today. We'll see you in the next one.